Hi, I'm Rob from HopZine.com. Thanks for joining me for another video beer review. I've got something very exciting today actually, and I'm not going to need that because it is a can of Sixpoint Craft Ales, Righteous Ale, 6.3% ABV. Huge thanks to the icon Simon, the Real Ale guy, for passing on these cans via the guys at Sixpoint. I really appreciate this, along with the Bengali Tiger, two beers just in the entire craft beer kind of like a mecca that exists that I really wanted to try. I'm really very excited about this. From all accounts it's kind of like hoppy rye ale. So let's crack this can open. Awesome. I mean, it's not those little stubby cans they get a lot of craft ales in. It's a proper decent sized measure of can. Just beautiful detailing on that. I'll show you in a minute. I mean, I don't want to keep you up kind of looking at. Oh, I got a waft of that when I opened it. I'm kind of relieved. It's like it's still in there. I think that's one of the bonuses of cans. I think you can just keep a beer a little bit longer. It's the difference between like cask and keg. I think keg lasts a little bit longer than a cask does. Might not get a load of aroma on this because, as you can see, I've got quite a healthy head on that. So the beer in the glass, a beautiful looking kind of really super rich mahogany come kind of like chestnut coloured beer. A head of kind of pale butterscotch, kind of like dark eggshell coloured head, really frothy, really fine. You know what, I'm going to take the aroma out of the can because I think it's just going to hold it in because I've got a bit of a head on that. So let's have a sniff out of the can. Can beers, I'm all for it. Oh wow, that is so lovely and hoppy. It's got a kind of like a cherry backbone running through it. But oh wow, I'm salivating sniffing this. Kind of peppery from the rye, but loads of swampy, big kind of like alpha. I see. I'm going to take a stab at this. I'm not saying I know the hops that are in this beer, but putting kind of big alpha acid hops late in, not extracting too much of that bitterness, but a load of flavour and a load of lovely aroma. I mean, I think I'm a home brewer, so I think we get into this practice that, I mean, it's hop utilisation, and so you put big alpha acids in early on because you've only got to put a little bit, and use your kind of smaller, lower alpha acids end to extract the aroma and the flavour. But a lot of progressive brewers don't give a shit about that. They just want to get those big flavours. Oh wow! I haven't a clue what's in there. You know, might be something. There might be a lot of Amarillo, a shitload of Amarillo, some Centennial, maybe a hint of Simcoe or Bravo or something like that. Some kind of like big beasts of hops. Really, that smells freaking incredible. It's not that dry. It's because it's got a juicy edge to it. But I said swampy, but with that sweet yet savoury, peppery rye backbone. Wow. Fuck yeah. Smells fucking amazing. Anyway, I'll come back to aromas from glass as well, but I really want to try this. Quite an experience so far. So anyway, 4 minutes in, I'm still not in the beer. So cheers. Beautifully balanced. First thing that hit me. Very palatable. Very balanced. Initially, an initial bitterness and a softness of kind of caramel malt, kind of like a burnt kind of hint of toffee, molasses, and kind of cherries or cranberries. As soon as it hits me tongue, I get this dark malt flavour, crystal malt maybe, but probably a load of rye, which reminds me of the smokiness and a hint of kind of roasted coffee that you would get in a nice stout. As far as the bitterness goes, it's really subdued actually, but it's constantly there. It's constantly keeping it kind of like quite vital and fresh and lovely. It's quite pithy, but never getting too dry because that sweetness of the malt's really balancing it out beautifully. Yeah, nice kind of lemon rind. Excuse me. Grapefruit bitterness. Juicy grapefruit, like grapefruit juice. Ends with a lovely, once again, that lovely combination of kind of spicy malts, which are like nutmeg and red currants and a bit of grapefruit. It's beautiful. That has not disappointed one tiny little bit. That is fucking amazing. Excuse my kind of like abbreviated obscenities. That's really, really good. I've had a couple of amber ales this evening at my local craft beer bar, which are really good. Which got a lovely hop profile, but that absolutely blows them out of the water. That is something very special. I mean, this is the second beer I've had from Sixpoint. I've had the resin, which was really nice. This is much better. I mean, resin was good, but whoa, that is on the freaking button. I cannot gush anymore. So that is Righteous Ale from Sixpoint Craft Ales in Brooklyn, New York. 6.3% ABV, an absolute barnstormer of a beer. That's maybe the best kind of rye ale I've ever had, because that is an absolute stormer. I'm seriously impressed. Big thanks, Simon. Thanks, buddy, for passing this can on. Thanks to Sixpoint sending them initially to Simon, and he passed them on to me because he knew I'd be massively interested and uber jealous of the opportunity that he was given. So I'm really grateful for that. Well, if you're watching this, you know Simon is the king of the beer tubers. So it's fucking amazing. Check it out. 6-point Righteous Ale. It's blown me away. So I'm Rob from HopZine.com. I'll see you next time. Cheers.